How was your bye week?
My bye week is awesome. Awesome. I actually went up to Watts, California with the foundation doing a project up there in Watts. If you haven't been there, yeah, there's a place that needs a lot of help. A lot of people need a lot of help up there just in that area, so trying to make an impact.
Talk a little bit more about what you did.
Right now, it's still disclosed right now. We haven't come public with it, so, but my foundation just trying to, I guess, implement resources that people can use for the long run, just to give them a more of a fair and level opportunity where they can have the resources that they need to actually learn about themselves and take advantage.
After the first 10 teams of the season, I mean, the opponents that you guys had to play, and then obviously with the loss to Baltimore, do you feel like the bye week kind of came at a good time for you guys to kind of get re-energized?
The bye week always comes at a good time in the NFL. No matter what week you're in, the bye week always comes at a good time because that's just the nature of the NFL. Is like when you go through, especially a few games, your body is not feeling, as 100% as you would like it, just because that's the violence of the game. So yeah, definitely came at a solid time. I feel rejuvenated, feel fresh. I was dealing with some injuries that are pretty much recovered. So looking forward to making this last stretch.
Awesome. Just going through the self-scouting during the bye week, obviously the coaching staff did most of that, but what were some of the major messages relayed to the offense as a whole in terms of stuff that you guys want to improve on heading into the second half of the season?
Yeah, first and second down, we've had a lot of third downs. And so that was the biggest emphasis that Coach Staley was talking to us about. Was like, hey, we got to get better on first and second down, whether that's being more creative in our play call, being more aggressive, just whatever it is in that week. It's just different week to week. We got to make sure we're actually winning first and second down, and then it gets us out of those third down situations where we don't have record amounts of third downs that we have to convert on, and then it keeps you out of those fourth down situations. That seems like everyone's going for nowadays. I mean, I think Coach Staley kind of started a trend, but that was the biggest emphasis for second down.
In terms of the players specifically, because obviously play calling, like you mentioned, play calling aggressiveness is more coaching, but in terms of the players, what did they say in terms of how you guys can improve in those early downs like you're talking about? Just execution? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it's always execution, right? I mean, that's what it comes down to. That's the entire name of the game. So, yeah, I think that's a given. But, yeah.
Did the belief around here take a hit with that Baltimore game?
The belief never takes a hit. Never takes a hit. I mean, as an individual, maybe as an organization, if you're like, oh, now we're out of the playoffs, you're like, okay, obviously now we can't make it. But as far as individuals, always every single time we come in here, this is our job, right? So, the belief and the optimism that we have in ourselves and the confidence. And I know in my experience is always, look, this is everything I have for this opportunity to continue to have success in this league, regardless if we're winning or losing. And it takes individual mindsets like that come together and hopefully make the team mindset as far as the same thing. So as far as now, no, I don't think we took a hit. I don't think even when we lose, we won't take a hit. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. Even Coach Staley said it the other day, is we should feel the same after a win as we do after a lose. There's definitely difference in there, but the fact that there's still plays that you could have done better, regardless if you won or lose the game. So I think that's a good mindset to have. And I know as an individual, who just climbed. It's you regardless for winning or losing, we've gone through some losing season. Doesn't matter. You got to show up.
Austin, playing the Patriots, especially what happened last year, is there kind of a revenge factor there?
No, this is a whole new year. Our team is so different than it was last year. And that's how the NFL is. Teams turn over, new guys come in, people get traded, people going all over the place. The draft, obviously. So no, I feel like this is a new opportunity. Just like it's a new season.
Austin, one of the things you mentioned heading into the season was just that you couldn't be like a bell cow. Obviously, that's never really been the case. But just how do you feel about your usage so far? How comfortable have you been with the number of touches you've been getting, number of snaps, that sort of
thing? Yeah, Coach Foster, I think he's been doing a great job getting me in the rotation. I'm definitely open with how I feel about just playing this game, and just my longevity is coming down to, hey, we're gonna split. That's how I've had the most success and staying healthy. So let's keep that going. But yeah, it's been a good balance so far. I know we're rotating a lot of guys trying to get someone to really step up and spark that number 2 role, because we're turning over a bunch of guys right now, and they're all competing, right, which is great. And so it's making it hard on Coach to say, okay, who do we want this week? And it comes down to special teams, just like it used to be for me, special teams, and then you get some opportunities on offense. So it's fun to have just a room that we're still constantly competing. But yeah, my balance has been solid. I've been grateful for that.
Is it a little concerning? I mean, going into the 8th week of the season, that next running, the second option hasn't really stepped up, and there isn't a clear second guy behind you?
I wouldn't say it's concerning, but definitely like ready for someone to step up. You know, it's like, hey guys, let's go. Like someone, got to rise to the occasion, right? Like, come on. And it's been a mix, which honestly hurts them. I feel like, in my opinion, because now there's no like clear role for them. It's just psychologically, it's like, what am I doing? Like regardless of your situation, you still got to go out there and practice as hard as you can. You're trying to earn a spot, like I mentioned. But I'm ready. I'm ready. Like, guys, come on. And like I said, they're keeping it hard, which is good. That's what you want. You want some type of competition. But in the end, too, I'm just, hoping one of them's like, hey, makes a bunch of great plays, because that's what we're looking for, right? We're looking for someone that makes plays and comes out and is like, man, like, yeah, this guy's got it going on. And so I'm looking for that, too, because I remind of myself. I'm just like, just kept working and working, and they're all doing that. So it could be literally any of them. But time will tell.
With the younger guys, Larry and Joshua Kelly, what is it that you think they need to make those plays?
Opportunities. That's what it comes down to. But like, even just, I think of my scenario, and it's like I had a little opportunity here and ended up making a play. Whether it was on special teams, whether it was on offense, like that's what it comes down to. They just have an opportunity to take advantage of it. And you eventually start snowballing for you. And so if you get an opportunity, like I'm looking for these guys to make plays. I'm looking for all of our teammates to make plays. When it comes to the running back spot, especially, because that's my room.
Is that a matter of confidence, you think, or being comfortable in the scheme?
It's a matter of all of it, right? Your skill set, your opportunities, being confident, understanding what to do in certain situations. Like it's the entire game, right? I'm talking about you just as a player in general. Everything that comes into that. And it's more than just you physically being able to do it. It's about the mental part too, because if you're in the wrong spot or you took the wrong steps and the timing's off, it's just, it's not going to time up for you to be in the prime position to make the play.
You find yourself having that mental conversation with the other guys?
We talk about mental all the time, because it's more than just football when you talk about mental. When you talk about your mindset, like even for me, like I never even thought I was going to be in the NFL, but my mindset was still, hey, be in the moment that you're in now. Because if you take advantage of what you have now, for me, I thought I was going in the business world. So I was going in the business world head first, and then football came and presented an opportunity. And so I took that opportunity at that time. I was like, okay, this is all my focus. And it's the same thing for here. This is your focus. Like, you have a role. You have a role, right? As a player, as a backup, as a starter, whatever it is, that's your role. And you have to take advantage of that role at that time to ever get any other opportunity. And that's what we talk in our room all the time. Take advantage of right now. Like you can't be like, oh, I want to be the starter. Oh, I want to be, the head guy. I want to be whatever. Even in life, like you got to go through the steps. You got to take advantage. You got to have success where you're at right now before you can get to the next thing. And so that's the main, just mental push in our room.
Austin, this is probably about your fourth time that you're going to play Bill Belichick. Or you're going to play the Patriots. So obviously, what makes that defense so difficult to plan against and play against?
I think it's been said, several times, just the discipline that they have over there. And I don't know if that's, well, I definitely know it's, because Belichick's just standard that he has for his entire team. And just the way they play it, right? They funnel everything back inside. They're going to funnel everything to their help, and they're very disciplined in that. And so that allows them to make you, have to make plays. You have to break tackles to get any type of, big explosive plays. They don't give up. They're kind of like our defense, in a sense, where they're not they're putting a cap over it. Coach Staley says it, I think, best. What he said, he's like, it takes a lot of 5-yard runs to equal a 40-yard pass. So that's kind of the mindset, right? Just make them chunk, and hopefully you get a stop in there. So it comes down to one-on-ones. You got to win your man-on-man, opportunities and make a play. Like that's what it all comes down to always. Players got to make plays.
Have you spoken to Hunt Henry this week?
I haven't spoken to Hunt. Yeah, I need to reach out to him.
From afar, you think he's doing with the Patriots?
I haven't even seen him as far as any play, so I can't speak on that.
How would you assess the play of your guys as tight ends? Seems like Jared and Donald and everybody has kind of stepped up.
Yeah, even Steven, I'll throw him in there too, because they have such I feel like unique talents and skills, and they used in that role too, which is great, right? That's how you want to use your players and what they're good at. Whether it's Parham, he's good at the crossing routes, he's good in the red zone, he's tall body. Same with Jared, as far as just running, actually understanding, actually having some speed and some size. You've seen him on one-on-one linebackers, just over the top of people. And then Steven using in the fullback, position, being able to be in there and block. And then also we have 3 tight ends on the field, so then they play a nickel or a lighter set, and then we put him as a fullback. So now we have a heavier set, front versus a lighter set defense. So just the versatility of these guys and how we're using, because we use them a lot, is created some advantages for us, and I think that's going to help us win in the end.
How's your fantasy team doing?
What's that?
How's your fantasy team doing?
Fantasy team, one of them I was 6-0, and then I had 5 people on bye, including myself, and so it was just automatic loss. I had 5 of my starters on bye, but then the other ones I'm getting smoked in. So I just talk about the one I'm doing well at. All right, thanks everyone.